Hey folks, Dynasty here from EO's Faction, and today we're diving into why Helldivers 2 has completely hooked me after a rocky start. Seriously, if you've been sleeping on this game like I was, stick around because I'm about to take you on a deep dive into how the right planet and the right mission can make all the difference. Let's get to it. So here's the deal. I've owned Helldivers 2 for what it feels like forever, but my first experience? Total disaster. I picked this random red planet full of forests and mines that were basically invisible. 1 second I was moving forward, the next, boom, dead, over and over again. Frustrating. Doesn't it even begin to cover it? I shelved the game, thinking it just wasn't for me. Fast forward to last weekend, and everything changed. I landed on an ice planet in the Tanis Sector. And wow, it felt like a completely different game. FYI, I wasn't going to butcher the pronunciation of that ice planet. Check the description for the proper name. Clear terrain, manageable enemies, and those blizzard conditions, they're not just a cool aesthetic. They actually give you breathing room to figure out the mechanics. It was a perfect place to test out new gear, experiment with the stratagem, and just play without feeling overwhelmed. That one planet turned things around for me. Once you get into the groove of an ice planet, you start to level up and unlocking some really cool stratagems, like the guard dog. Trust me, the gameplay takes a massive leap forward when you bring a doggo into the fight. It's not just for show, it's actually effective. After that, you can start tackling medium difficult missions, especially if you're playing solo. But here's my advice. Before you jump into co-op with other players, get a handle on your abilities. Nothing's worse than accidentally taking out your own teammates or yourself because you didn't know what your gear could do. Trust me, it's worth the extra time to learn the ropes. Now let's talk about the enemies. The variety has wild bugs, machines, and zombie-like humanoids. Each mission feels fresh because it's constantly adapting to different threats. And once you get to hang on things, the mission becomes addictive. You tell yourself just one more, and suddenly it's 3 a.m. and you're still going strong. The progression system, the challenge, the sense of accomplishment, it all hits just right. One of the standout features of Helldivers 2 is the ability to switch between third-person and first-person perspective. It's such a game changer. That quick shift lets you approach fights with a fresh angle, and deliver a more satisfying, decisive takedown. Oh, and a heads up. Missions can last between 20 to 40 minutes, depending on the difficulty and whether you're teaming up with others. So yeah, if you're on a tight schedule, maybe set a timer. This game has a sneaky way of pulling you in for just one more round. Here's the thing, Helldivers 2 doesn't hold your hand, but it's not here to throw you to the wolves either. The trick is finding that perfect starting planet. That mission where everything clicks. For me, it was that ice world, a perfect blend of challenge and learning curve. For you, it might be something completely different. But once you hit that sweet spot, that's when the magic happens. You're all in. So yeah, if you've been on the fence or like me, had a rough first outing, give it another shot. Pick a planet that lets you ease into mechanics, figure out your playstyle, and then start pushing the limits. Trust me, it's worth it. Alright, that's all for me today. Let me know in the comments if you had a similar experience or if you're sitting getting blown up on those red forest maps. And hey, if you're already deep into Helldivers 2, share your favorite planets or mission tips. Thanks for tuning in to EO's Faction. I'll catch you next time.